his plane. He's done things. He's moved some money around to ensure that he could put his property up as part of his bail package. I mean, are these things really good enough? Because
that's what a guilty man would do. Prepare. That's what a guilty man would do. Or it's what a smart man would do. I don't know. If you prepare, so put it in this perspective. If you know you're gonna get caught and you're gonna get pulled up by the feds, and you're in a RICO, and you prepare by having money set aside, a house set aside, you have all your family involved, signing papers and stuff like that, pre being put in jail. Is that what a guilty man would do? Or is that what a smart man would do who is not guilty? Because to me, I'm leaning more to the guilty side. Diddy wants out. P. Diddy wants out. The diddler wants to get the hell up out of jail. Can't blame him, guys. He's in one of the worst jails in the world. He's in the worst jail in the world. Like, and this is a billionaire, bro. He ain't used to this type of lifestyle, man. He ain't used to being in the prison. He ain't used to being behind bars. He's used to being free and diddling little children. I don't know, man. Like, subscribe, comment down below right now. We're going to watch this video. P. Diddy begs for another bail release. So, this is his third time, I believe, now, and he's going to the higher courts this time. He's like, nah, it's not working. I can't deal with these judges. I'm going to go to the higher courts. So, now he's going higher up. Hopefully, he can get free. That's what he's hoping. I doubt they're going to let him free, though, because they already know he's a billionaire. He's powerful, and he's definitely going to talk to the people who's snitching on him for sure. He's going to threaten them for sure. My opinion. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below right now. We're going to get into this video, man. Yeah, P. Diddy is going crazy, though. I'm not going to lie to you, bro.
Sean Combs making a third pitch to be released on bail. This time, he's going to a higher court, hoping he'll be released on bail as he awaits trial. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. This move by Sean Combs was not unexpected. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, had said they would appeal two judges' rulings denying Sean Combs bail. Sean Combs is basically asking the appeals court to overrule two lower court judges and say they made a big mistake by not granting him bail. Combs is locked up in the federal jail in Brooklyn. It's the Metropolitan Detention Center, and being behind bars would be a shock to anyone. But for Sean Combs, this is not anything he's used to. He's been living in the lap of luxury for decades. And I'm going to get to the key points Combs is making here in a moment. But first, here's how we got here. Combs has pleaded not guilty to 3 federal charges. Those are racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. His attorney has said that Combs hasn't committed any crimes.
His resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent, and we're going to fight.
Does he really believe he's innocent, or is he just getting some money? Bro, these attorneys are funny, I'm not gonna lie.
This case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
The federal case centers on Cassie Ventura, Combs' ex, who filed suit against him last November, alleging years of sexual, emotional, and physical abuse at the hands of Combs. She said he forced her to take drugs and take part in freak-offs, days-long sex parties with male sex workers. The U.S. attorney says Combs used his companies and his power and influence to cover up years of crimes and to commit sex crimes.
Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant.
We know about we know about the baby oil, bro. We know that there's thousands and thousands of bottles everywhere. We know he's got an unlimited stash of baby oil.
Extra linens and lighting.
Extra linens, bro.
When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up.
Damaged. What the fuck's he doing in the rooms?
Victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers.
The feds say behind the glitz and glamour, Combs is simply a violent criminal. Federal prosecutors wrote in a bail letter, to be clear, despite the indictment naming one victim in count 2, This case is not about just one victim. The government's evidence to date, including the defendant's own communications, demonstrates that the defendant has used force and coercion against multiple victims. In addition to these women, the defendant has assaulted a host of other individuals, including his employees and witnesses to his violence. For example, the defendant directed his rage toward his employees and those close to victim 1 who had seen him physically abuse victim 1, including by throwing these witnesses against walls and onto the ground, choking them, and throwing objects at them, among other things, particularly when they attempted to protect victim 1. In doing so, the defendant has demonstrated that he is not only a danger to victims and witnesses, but is also obstructive and willing to engage whatever is necessary, including physical violence, to instill fear in witnesses to keep them silent.
The diddler's unstoppable. The diddler is unstoppable. Yo, it's like they caught the crime. It's like they caught the biggest crime boss, bro. It's like Diddy's the final boss and they finally got him.
Federal prosecutors say Combs has also tried to obstruct justice by trying to influence witnesses in this criminal case.
Yeah,
Defense counsel acknowledges that the defendant has contacted witnesses in the investigation, apparently with counsel's blessing, but claims that the defense has studiously avoided interviewing grand jury witnesses. The fact is, the defendant has personally and repeatedly contacted multiple witnesses, including at least one he himself knew was a grand jury witness. The defendant contacted these witnesses, including at least one whom he had not been in contact with for years, after they were served and leading up to the date they were required to appear before the grand jury. Federal prosecutors also believe that Combs is a flight risk, but Combs' attorneys say he's known for months that an indictment was coming and made arrangements to prepare for it by offering a $50 million bail package. They wrote in their appeal, Mr. Combs also paid off the outstanding debt of $18 million on his $48 million home on August 20th, 2024, so it could provide unencumbered security for any future bail package. In the appeal, Combs' lawyers outlined the $50 million bail package they offered, including a $50 million bond co-signed by 7 family members, secured by his home and his mother's, travel restrictions to Florida and the Eastern District of New York, his willingness to be placed on GPS monitoring, surrendering his passport and those of his family members, weekly drug tests, and providing visitor logs. Combs also agreed to not female visitors. The appeal also cites arguments that Combs' lawyers made to the lower courts that they interviewed male sex workers who said the alleged freak-offs were consensual and not forced upon anyone.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Of course they're consensual, bro. Diddy's throwing these guys money on, literally straight money. So I'm not even like, I do not doubt the fact that they was consensual at all. 100%, 100%. I believe they was all consensual. All the freak offs was consensual, cause he's paying for the freaks. He's paying for them to bend over and twerk that shit. Men too.
Combs' lawyers also say he's not a flight risk and that he flew to New York on September 5th to prepare to turn himself in, and that federal agents opted to take him into custody instead. The cases I cover each day here on Crime Fix show you just how scary the world can be. And one of the scariest things that can happen is if you ever get hurt. But it's important to realize if you're ever hurt in an accident, your case could be worth millions. And that's where our sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. The firm has an army of more than 1,000 lawyers who will fight for what you deserve, and they have the track record to prove it. In the past few months, Morgan & Morgan has won some huge verdicts, like $12 million in Florida, $26 million in Philly, and $6.8 million in New York. All of those were much higher than the highest insurance company offer. And even if your case isn't worth 7 figures, why not start a claim and get the money you deserve? Seeing if you have a case can be done in 8 clicks or less, and you don't even have to leave your couch to start one. Also, Morgan & Morgan only gets paid if you get paid. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/crimefix. Combs conceded in his appeal that he had spoken with a witness in the case, including a grand jury witness. But his attorney says that contact ended when his lawyers told him not to speak with that person anymore.
No.
The lawyers wrote, for example, one witness contacted Mr. Combs, not the other way around. She reached out to Mr. Combs and told him, I'm a grand jury witness. After Mr. Combs informed defense counsel, he was instructed not to contact the witness anymore and didn't. Of course, the defense explained it.
Why would you contact Diddy and say that you're a grand jury witness? Only reason you would say that is because you want some money. And he would probably pay the money. So I'll probably do the same. Say I'm a grand jury witness. See if he's willing to pay some money on for you to shut up. If he's willing to pay you a few M's, bro, I'll be quiet.
Must continue to interview witnesses to conduct a responsible defense investigation. Attorney Mauricio Padilla is here to talk with me about this appeal. Mauricio, your first thoughts on Sean Combs' appeal for bail?
I reviewed the documents. I don't really think it addresses certain issues that I'm sure that the court has had issues with regarding Mr. Combs having assault weapons with altered serial numbers at his home. I think that's something that any judge, whether it's an appellate judge or a trial court judge, is going to have an issue with, because it really puts you out there as a criminal, as somebody that could be a danger to the community, which is one of the factors that the courts are looking at. I didn't see anything in the motion that they filed in the petition to the appeals court that I think would change the ruling on bail.
Very interesting. They're saying that, the defense in this case, that he is not a flight risk, that from the very beginning of this case.
That nigga is a flight risk. Straight up. Come on. That nigga is a flight risk, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You never know. He might crash out. Don't take this the wrong way. Do not take this the wrong way. He might crash out, hire a jet, put somebody on that bitch and fly into a building. Diddy's powerful like that. So, that brother is a flight risk. He's not just a flight risk, he's a world risk. Keep that brother inside until he is indicted properly. Don't let him out. Why would you let him out? One of the most richest, powerfully psycho diddly fucked. He's already, bro, if you let him out, he's already fucked. His image is already done. So why let him out? Why let him out? Keep him inside until you indict him. Let's see if he's guilty or not guilty. And then they can let him outside. Just because he's crying because he's in jail, because he's used to being in luxury big boy mansions. No, that don't work like that, bro. Especially if you've been doing some freak shit. Especially if you've got people that's willing to snitch on you. You're done. You're done, son.
He has been forthright. This is somebody who's wanted to prove his innocence. He, in preparation, he knew he was going to be indicted. So on September 5th, he flies to New York and he's hanging out there in preparation to turn himself in. And the feds decide to swoop in and take him into custody.
That's crazy.
Instead, it's kind of like the big bad federal government coming after Sean Combs when he's tried to cooperate. But, on the other side of the coin, they're saying, the government argues, look, he's tried to obstruct justice and essentially intimidate witnesses.
Yeah, and that's a problem. I mean, if you look at the history of the case, by the time that they served search warrants on his properties, he was already heated up. Like, it's not like at that moment he had lawsuits pending. He should have known that maybe I shouldn't have machine guns with altered serial numbers at my house. So it doesn't seem like he was thinking rationally, which if you put yourself in the mind of a trial court judge, he's going to say to himself, you're the same person that at the moment that you had the federal government go into your property, that you had these machine guns with altered serial numbers. Are you the type of person that's going to commit an egregious error while out on bond? Are you the type of person that's going to try to affect the testimony of witnesses, which is literally accused of? So it's an issue for him. And really, no one out there is going to fault a judge for not giving him bail. Right now, P. Diddy is not the favorite person of anybody in the United States or the world, or especially New York. He's someone that... he's, a batterer of women. They publicize that, and I don't think that many people are going to criticize a judge for.
Nope, keep him inside. Keep him inside, bro. Don't let him out. Do not let him out.
Not giving him a bond. Now, on the other hand, if you do give him a bond and he does anything out of the ordinary, it's bad for the judge and it looks bad.
This case really started in November of 2023 when Cassie Ventura filed her civil suit. She is clearly victim number one in the indictment. So the feds are saying...
Wait, so Cassie's in this indictment too? Because last time I checked, she got paid. How much again? 40, 60 million? Why? Is she in this one as well? Because if she's in this one as well, there was no point in paying her. I don't think she's in this one. I don't think she's in this indictment, right? Comment down below.
He's known since January of 2024 that he was under investigation. He's known that.
Yeah.
And he still was doing things behind the scenes that he shouldn't have been doing. But his defense team is saying, look, he's not a flight risk. You know, he's been trying to sell his plane. He's done things. He's moved some money around to ensure that he could put his property up as part of his bail package. I mean, are these things really good enough? Because
that's what a guilty man would do. Prepare. That's what a guilty man would do. Or it's what a smart man would do. I don't know. If you're prepared, so put it in this perspective. If you know you're gonna get caught and you're gonna get pulled up by the feds, and you're in a RICO, and you prepare by having money set aside, a house set aside, you have all your family involved, signing papers and stuff like that, pre being put in jail. Is that what a guilty man would do? Or is that what a smart man would do who is not guilty? Because to me, I'm leaning more to the guilty side. That's what a guilty man would do, is prepare. But it also is what a smart man would do too, to have his all his stars aligned just in case, to prepare, because you know you're a big name. But I don't know, it's more of what a guilty man would do to me. Let me know in the comment section down below. However, that is the end of this video. I basically just wanted to give you guys the insight, and me the insight. I wanted to know a bit more about the P. Diddy case. I learned it. These guys are going to yap some more. All I needed to know was that he's begging for more bail. He's going to the higher courts. He's involved in a lot of fuckery. And it's not looking good for P. Diddy. Comment down below what your opinion is on this situation. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, put your post notifications on. Please do comment. I want to see some comments, bro. I want to see some interactions, bro. I want to see some arguments in the comment section down below, bro. I want to see you guys talking some shit about me, bro. I want to see a bit of everything in the comment section down below. Alright? I want to see a bit of flavor, bro. A little paprika sauce. A little, I don't know what the fuck. Alright, I'm out. Peace.
Bye. Have a great time.